Greetings from Hollyview Meet and Greet with Justin. I'm Justin. Today is the first day of AwesomeCon, and this is my first year using a VIP pass called Club Awesome Pass, where I get to get in the show 30 minutes early, and I have 4 priority lines to use them to jump in the line for anyone, but I want to use it wisely for somebody special. And I get to hang out in the Club Awesome Lounge, which I don't know, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do it much, but I'm going to have a fun day, and I'm going to have a fun weekend too. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Let me get myself ready, and I'll see you at the show. Here I am at the Walter Convention Center. Traffic's a little pain. So I'm in the Club Awesome Lounge, just hanging out and waiting for the person to take us straight to the entrance. This is pretty cool.
Why it was good, yeah. Photo op started.
So I decided not to take any videos or pictures of celebrities because some conventions prohibit that, which I can respect that. So I'm gonna try not to do that so much, and I just don't want to get in trouble or anything. But I just film for pleasure, so. I would tell you guys who I'm meeting, but I'm going to keep it a surprise. So I met some of the cast of the Ninja Turtles and John Rhys Davies, who played Gimli. They were so nice. So I got to meet everybody I want, and I'll be back tomorrow and Sunday. Tomorrow's going to be a big day. So this is day 2 at AwesomeCon. So I'm just hanging out in the lounge until the show starts. Today's gonna be so busy with Orlando Bloom and Liv Tyler. So I'm going to see both of them. I'm actually planning on doing a photo op with Liv Tyler today, and then auto and photo op with Orlando Bloom today. But tomorrow, I think I'm going to. I'll wait until I get an autograph from Liv Tyler tomorrow. So I hate to do all 4 at the same day because I'm just worried it might be so packed and all. So I only got as much sleep as I could. And, too much excitement, you know. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I always get excited about coming here, and I love it. But the only thing that I have problems with is just sleeping. Like, my body's just exhausted, but my mind just won't shut off, you know. what can you do? What can you do to help make you sleep? So that way, it would help me when I get some sleep. It was pretty cool to meet John Rhys Davies, who was super nice and was so great with his fans. And I saw him hugging and kissing his fans. And when I got my selfie with him, he wouldn't stop tickling me because he wanted me to smile. Yeah, he's so funny. Robert Daffy was my last minute meet. He played one of my favorite James Bond 007 villains from License to Kill with Timothy Dalton that I grew up watching, and it's one of my favorite Bond movies. Him and I were just talking about Timothy Dalton. I really liked Timothy Dalton as James Bond, but I was really disappointed he only did 2 Bond films. I mean, he deserved to do more than just 2. I mean, there's something about him I really like. I mean, he's not like all ladies' man smooth and all, but he's just more like a serious guy who likes to get the job done, and he's a cold-blooded killer. And that's what I love about Dalton. But personally, Roger Moore is my favorite 007. Tara Sands, who was one of the original voices from Pokemon. She did the voice of Bulbasaur, Oddish, and Clefairy. And I got to do a video chat with her on Cameo a couple years ago, and I was so happy I finally got to meet her in person. She is amazing. Judith Hoag, who was the original April from the first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. She was so sweet, and I was telling her how much the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles meant to me growing up, and she gave me a hug, which was super special. I also got to meet a few of the actors from the Ninja Turtle movies, Robbie Rist and Brian Tochi, who voiced Leonardo and Michelangelo. I had them sign a couple of my DVDs, but I don't have a picture with them. I'm saving that for the photo op tomorrow. I mean, why not just get the autographs there and then do the photo op with the rest of the cast? But Judith, I did a selfie with her. I just want, you know what? Out of all the cast from the first Ninja Turtle movies, I'd rather get my selfie with Judith. So, yeah. Deadpool. Let day 2 of awesome fun begin. So, a little early today. At least I'm not sleepy yet. I got to meet Corey Feldman. Nice guy. I'm about to go to the photo op to do a photo op with Liv Tyler. Here I am waiting in line to get my picture taken with Liv Tyler. And I'm about to get in line to do an autograph with Orlando Bloom, and then I'm going to do a photo op with him, and then I'm probably going to stop after this. Orlando Bloom, oh my god, biggest one in AwesomeCon 2025. Looking forward to doing the photo op too. It's been a great day so far. That was awesome. I took off my glasses, but because every time they tell me to put my chin down because of my glasses, but I decided to take them off. I think I'm gonna call it a day. All right, I just got home. Oh, it was a long day. The photo ops for Liv Tyler and Orlando Bloom took forever. But what I'm really happy about for the autograph booths is they have slot time, so they tell you what time to go meet them, which obviously I think that is better, perfect way to organize the lines. Yeah, make it easier for the fans. They were the biggest one at the convention, because this is really rare. Orlando Bloom and Liv Tyler going to Comic Cons. I'm like, how can I pass on that? Yes, it was expensive, but I do think really hard on these things. It was a lot, but I just felt it was worth it. And it's just, oh my God, it's crazy. So I'm going to show you some of the stuff I got signed from yesterday to today. I got a little tired yesterday because I didn't show everyone my stuff, but I figured now's a good time. But before I start, I just wanted to explain to everyone that I didn't get every single picture of people I met. But I'm doing the photo ops tomorrow, so I'm just trying to balance between autographs and photo ops, and just so that way I just wanted you guys to understand. I mean, I can't guarantee I'm going to get every single picture of celebrity, and I would try to take some pictures, but some Comic Cons don't allow fans to take pictures of celebrities, and I mean, I don't want to get in trouble or anything. I mean, I want to keep coming to Comic Con, and I'm just trying to follow the rules, so I just don't want to mess it up. So, all right, let me show you what I got. The first one I got here is a signed DVD copy of the first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. The first one here that's signed by Brian Toshi, who was the voice of Leonardo, who played in all 3 of the Ninja Turtle movies. Next one here is Josh Paish, who was who was the voice of Raphael, who only played in 1 movie of the Ninja Turtles. And I grew up with the Ninja Turtles movie, the first and second, but the second one's my favorite, but I also like the first one. On to the next one. A Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle 2, The Secret of the Ooze, signed by Robbie Rist, who was the voice of Michelangelo, who played in all 3 Ninja Turtle films. He was a nice guy, and I enjoyed talking to him. Back when I was young, I used to have the VHS movies of the first and second, but we gave those away to the Salvation Army a while back. And once I bought the 1 and 2 Ninja Turtle movies on DVD, I was so happy to have them back in the house again. And I kind of wish I kept the VHS tapes for the Ninja Turtles cast to sign, but I just didn't think that one day I would get to meet the cast at that time. So, yeah, life's full of surprises. The next one I have here is an 8x10 photo signed by John Rhys Davies, who played Gimli from Lord of the Rings. He was such a sweet and wonderful man, and I really enjoyed meeting him. And next one I have here. I also had Davies sign my special extended DVD edition of Lord of the Rings: The Two Towers. I had this since middle school, I believe. I got that as a Christmas present in 2003, or I think that's what it was, and I kept it for so long, and I was like, I did pay for another Davies autograph for him to sign, and I just thought that would be really cool to get him to sign this, and I'm really happy I made this decision. I didn't mind getting 2 autographs from him, but I'm just glad I got this signed. so that way I can keep this baby forever. The next one I have here is an 8x10 photo of Robert Daufey, who played Franz Sanchez, one of the James Bond villains, who happens to be one of my favorite villains. He was a really nice guy, and we were talking about License to Kill, and him and I talked that we were kind of sad that Timothy Dalton only did 2 Bond films, and I wish he did more, but I always thought he was a really good 007, like I said before. The next one I have here is a 8x10 photo signed by Judith Hoag, who played the original April from the first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. I was able to use one of my priority line passes to meet her, since her line was longest. I've gotten advice from people to tell me just use that for people who have long lines, which I listened to that advice, and this was worth using. All right, on to the next one. Next one I have here is an 8x10 photo of Pokemon that is signed by Tara Sands, who was the original voice from Pokemon, who voiced Bulbasaur, and these are all the characters that she played, including the Pokemon characters she played. Oh man, Pokemon was such a entertaining show to grow up with, and I was so thankful that I grew up with Pokemon. It just felt good being a 90s kid. God, I miss those days. But it is nice to watch the show time to time as an adult. Yeah, it's better to watch the shows that you grew up watching as an adult than a kid, because being a kid, parents telling you what to do all the time, being at school, concentrating on your schoolwork, and it's just like it just sucks away your freedom. All right, next one I have here is a 8x10 photo of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, signed by Corey Feldman, who played in The Lost Boys, and The Goonies, License to Drive. Growing up, I did not know that Corey Feldman was the voice of Donatello, but he only did the first and third movie. I mean, he did the voice for the first and third movie. I wasn't even sure if I wanted to meet Corey Feldman because I heard he wasn't really a nice person, and his autograph price was like ridiculous. But he only offered personalized autographs for $80. Since I rather get autographs personalized, I'm like, why not? Yeah, I mean, I don't really care about the values of it. I just care about the experience and the pleasure. That I just really wish people could understand what meet and greets and autographs are all about. The next one I have here is an 8x10 photo of Carrie Green, who played in The Goonies, and the movie called Lucas, with Corey Haim and Charlie Sheen. It's about a boy who falls in love with this girl and impresses her, but the problem is he's a social outcast and is picked on easily, and she doesn't really fall for him. She ends up falling for Charlie Sheen, who plays the football player, which I can understand why, but yeah, so it's kind of tough dealing with your first heartbreak. But anyways, so Carrie Green was really sweet. I told her that she was so beautiful in this picture, and she still is. I don't have a picture with her, but I'm doing a photo with her tomorrow, which I'm looking forward to it. So the final autograph I have here is a Lord of the Rings illustrated book. I bought this at my local Target. I wanted to get like something special for Orlando Bloom to sign, and I thought, why not go for this book? Let me show you the inside. Orlando Bloom and his character's name, Legolas. But I always liked Orlando Bloom more in Pirates of the Caribbean, but a lot of people, it was all about Lord of the Rings today. So, but I was so happy I got to meet Orlando Bloom. I mean, because I grew up with Lord of the Rings and Pirates of the Caribbean. Uh, I talked to him how much the movie with him, Johnny Depp, and Keira Knightley, how awesome the movies were, and the movies was just so special for me to grow up to watch, and I love Pirates of the Caribbean and Lord of the Rings. So I didn't get an autograph of Liv Tyler today. I mean, I would have, but it was just a lot. I just couldn't do it. But I'm just gonna wait until tomorrow to get an autograph from her. So, but yeah, so that's it for autographs. Let me show you the photo ops I got today. But before I start, I couldn't even decide who I really wanted to meet the most, Orlando Bloom or Liv Tyler. But I was so focused on Orlando Bloom, and then I ended up changing my mind to meet Liv Tyler as well. So, I mean, why not? You probably know her father, Steven Tyler, Aerosmith. Great musician. Loved his music growing up. In fact, his song "I Don't Want to Miss This Thing" was played at my mom and my stepfather's wedding, their first dance, and every time I listen to that song, it makes me think of Liv Tyler in the movie Armageddon. That's how they came up with what their slow dance would be like after watching the movie, which I thought was pretty sweet. So here we go. There's me and her. Pretty cute, huh? Yeah, so they told me to keep my chin down because of my glasses. But I think I want to try to, like, from now on, just take off my glasses before the photo. I just thought it'd be easier that way. I really look good with her, don't I? Yeah. I always love getting my picture taken with pretty girls. Last but not least is a photo up of Orlando Bloom and I. I did take off my glasses and I was just doing the thumbs up. Yeah, I thought this is a really good picture of him and I. I also got to meet Kevin Eastman, who is the creator of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I'll show you a signed comic book of his that I got signed today. I was just trying my luck to see if I can get an autograph from him before Orlando Bloom. But luckily I made my luck. So I just framed this when I got home. I ordered another frame recently, but I've been having choice paralysis which comic book I wanted to frame. But here's a good tip I just learned for myself is you should get your comic books signed by celebrities and artists and then frame them. So that's good art. So let me tell you about this Ninja Turtle comic book. So this is the front cover of the comic book. I got that for free at Fairfax Comic Con in last August when I got the VIP pass. And it came with free stuff, including this one. And I was like, maybe Kevin Eastman would like to sign this comic book. Yeah, but he didn't draw a Ninja Turtle. So his autograph was $40, but for the rest was $80. But man, I spent a lot of money meeting a lot of people yesterday and today, and I just was like, I'll just stick to his signature. Yeah, what do you comment below and tell me what you think of it. So tomorrow I'll be doing a photo op with the cast of Ninja Turtles, but I upgraded my ticket for the cast of the Ninja Turtles, including Kevin Eastman. I thought that would be really a cool photo op to do. Then I'm going to do a photo op with Carrie Green, then autograph with Liv Tyler, and I'm also going to, I might go see the Q&A of the cast of Lord of the Rings and the Ninja Turtles. I would really love to watch the Q&A. So that's it for this video. I'm looking forward to guys seeing you tomorrow on the final day of AwesomeCon. Don't forget to hit subscribe, and well, you know what to do. So this is Justin from Hollyview Meet and Greet with Justin. I'll see you tomorrow, everybody. Have a good night. This is the third and final day of AwesomeCon. Hang out in the lounge until the show starts. I plan to go to the panel room to see the Q&A with the cast of Lord of the Rings, Orlando Bloom, Liv Tyler, and John Rhys Davies, and probably the Ninja Turtles. And I'm going to get an autograph from Liv Tyler, and then a photo op with Carrie Green and the cast of the 1990 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, including Kevin Eastman, the creator of Ninja Turtles. And it's going to be a fun day. It's been an amazing weekend, and having this Club Awesome Pass, including the shirt and the badge and the free stuff, has been really, really cool. I owe it to 3 good men in my life who inspired me to work hard in life. My dad, my stepfather, and my grandfather. Sometimes I just need a little motivation to work hard in life for something I really want. So I owe it all to 3 good men. Okay, here we go. About to get into the panel room for the Q&A for the cast of Lord of the Rings.
Left, stop in the center, stop in the center. Swing left. All right, dramatically bring it up. Up, there you go. Nice. Right. Left. Right. Left. Stop in the center. Swing left. All right, turn off your lights, save your battery. It's a long day.
I am incredibly honored to be here. I promise you he's here. Let's hear something. There he is. There. Hello, sir. How are you? Next up, you know where are we? Let's bring out Liv Tyler. You know him as Gimli and Treebeard, John Rhys Davies. And we got a surprise for you guys. I want to bring out Samwise. Before we start though, can I get all of you guys to get out your cell phones and turn your lights on? That cool? You guys get out all your cell phones, turn your lights on. Is it cool if we do a crowd shot with you guys? For the house lights? Awesome. Can we kill
Can we get the top headlights off? Top headlights off?
Thank you. Thank you guys. All right. Thank you again for joining us on this Sunday morning, and thank you guys for joining us. Good morning. Look, Mr.
One, that's my problem, is it?
Let's
Just had to give him a hug to warm him up, otherwise he's going to be mean to me.
let's take everyone back on a journey to Middle Earth, and we're going to start with you, Orlando. Because Peter Jackson, you said Peter Jackson gave you your first big break as Legolas. What do you remember the most about stepping into that role, into those boots for the very first time?
What do I remember most? A feeling of excitement. I mean, I was 20, right? So like, I think I turned 21 in New Zealand. So a sense of, you know, this, because it was my first movie experience. I was like just an open, you know, open vessel, if you like, ready to kind of go on a journey in it. So that sort of anticipation, that excitement, that sense of possibility, that feeling of like your whole life is beginning and you're beginning this remarkable journey. I mean, that's, if you could bottle that feeling and give it to you all, I would, because it's truly something that maybe you've all had in your own way as well. But like, it's like maybe you could relate it to about to go on, it's the night before Christmas, or, you know, and you're about to go on a holiday in a lifetime, or it's something like similar to that. But we couldn't have known. I think we also, none of us could have known what we were really stepping into. I don't think, you know, I don't think any of us knew what we were stepping into.
Liv, Arwen is such a unique blend of strength, grace, and quiet power. What drew you to the character when you first read the script?
Well, just the whole experience. Again, we were all so excited and so terrified just to be a part of the whole world. It was more just getting to enter into the vastness of the material. I felt so much responsibility, and I still do. I get nervous when I even have to talk about it because there's just so much that we had to learn. And Arwen is a beautiful character, and it was a little bit mysterious because there's not as much of her. So we were sort of figuring out how to interpret her into the films and create her story, which took a few different turns over the years. And I guess I'm still sort of in awe and inspired by her today. You know, we were so young, it was hard to fully understand everything that was happening to us. So even now I reflect upon it, and someone will say something to me and I'll go, oh yeah, wow. And it's still inspiring to me, so incredible character.
What I found was interesting is the way that you said that you felt a sense of terror, and yet there was none evident. I mean, that wonderful, fierce character that she plays, you know, so lyrical, so beautiful, so assured in a way. You would never imagine that it was a young actress who was
scared to ride a horse. Very scared to ride a horse.
No, but we didn't see it. Did you see it?
No, but to be fair, it wasn't like they were helping her out in the field, whatever. They put this big giant horse inside of a small building with equipment all around it. They're like, sit there, you'll be fine. So if you weren't scared, it's like you're not paying attention.
What was that great blooper reel?
I had so many different versions of horse riding. I actually was never on the horse. Like when you see me on the whole scene of her where with the ring wraiths or that whole situation, I'm never actually the person riding. It was the stunt person. But I had a million different versions over the course of the full 3 years or year and a half, 2.5, 3.5 years, where one time I was on the back of a golf cart, dead horse skin, like, and I had to go like this with one of the grips kicking it, and the technology sort of changed over time. Sometimes there was a mechanical Frodo, sometimes there was Kieran, who was 3'6". It was very interesting, that whole thing.
We all had that.
Yes.
We all had stunt doubles. We all had what they referred to, Kieran and BK and Fawn. They were referred to as scale doubles. We all had insert things. We had photo double. Yeah, I remember, the first thing I remember about Orlando relative to the character was his eyes and his posture. And the first thing I remember about John, aside from Asps, they're dangerous. You go first. They're digging in the wrong place. But that aside, I remember the first day in Lothlorien up on the trees, and they hadn't sorted out your costume properly, so they had this industrial-sized air conditioner up your skirt kind of a thing. And just thinking, wow, if he survives, that would be a miracle. But and when Liv first got there, we all had dinner at the White Fish, I think it was called.
The spotted fish?
Something White House. It's a White House.
The White House.
Yes, the other one. So I remember it had.
Could not be filmed. To have a big prosthetic makeup on, be stuck there for 5 years, for a film that would never be released. That was my feeling.
You as Denethor would have killed the project.
No. Denethor would have given me 6 weeks in New Zealand, see the place, come back, and continue with life. What I did not understand was the extent to which Peter Jackson had actually built an entire industry to service his vision. And I was so convinced that this was nonsense. He'd done some small films that were very funny. Anyone can direct a 6-hander, given 6 or 8 weeks to do it. Anyone can do that. But when you've got, 21 principal characters, casts of thousands, hundreds of extras, you know, whenever we rolled into a town, there were at least 200 or 300 people that came with horses and canoes. And canoes.
Do you know why he's saying it?
Helicopter.
In the training period, 6 weeks beforehand, they had us doing all manner of things that we ultimately didn't need in the movie. But these two had to share a canoe, and there's just this great footage of John going,
And you know that the little pointy ears blame the dwarf.
It was really a question of balance.
No question. Like you leaned too far to the right and fell in. It was like, and we all got wet.
We went to lunch and dried out, and afterwards the pairing was changed. And the elf was in a canoe with a hobbit. And guess what happened?
The Hobbit sunk the boat. I don't know.
Sean, when I woke up this morning, I did not know you were going to be on this panel, and I was manifesting it so hard. No idea. I manifested it well enough to actually write questions out for you just in case. So, Samwise is often called the heart of the Lord of the Rings.
I can confirm that he is one of them.
Yes? What does it mean to you to play such a loyal and humble hero?
Well, you know, I'm looking at the elves. We haven't really done, I think I might have done 1 or 2 of these panels, but this is the first one we've ever done together. And I just remember that you know, you were an elf. You were an elf. Leia was an elf to us, this mystical creature who came in. And there's that line, I just joked about it at the beginning, but like, I get to see elves? Like, really? I get to see the elves. They're otherworldly. And that's what Liv was. And, but there's a moment I think it's in Lothlorien, I can't remember, but where they're in this elf paradise, they've been healing and stuff. And Sam goes to Frodo and he says, Mr. Frodo, it's about time we get home now. And Frodo says, well, we're here and you get to see the elves. He says, oh, it was great to see the elves, but really we ought to get back home now. And that idea of home, of something that's worth protecting, something that's safe and natural and good, that I felt that in my bones. I love that. I love that.
You are my favorite character.
He's so articulate, isn't he?
And in the movie.
How glad are all of you that Sean Astin is on this stage, guys? You're getting perfect.
So people say that Sam is Sam's the true hero, and that's not true. What Tolkien said in his letters was that Sam is the chief hero, but Frodo sacrifices his immortal soul. Tolkien's a big Catholic. Frodo's the Christ figure. And it's like, oh, Frodo wouldn't have got far without Sam. Well, he wouldn't have got far without any of them. So it really, you know, there's enough hero to spread around, you know.
Oh, Sean, I love you, man. Liv, one of the most iconic lines in the series, and one of my lines in cinematic history is, I would rather share one lifetime with you than face all of the ages
Of this world alone.
What does that line mean to you all these years later?
Oh my goodness. It's so funny because I've been writing it a lot this week. It's so interesting reflecting back. Oh, it's such a beautiful idea of love.
Can you say the line for us right now?
In English accent or in that would be hard. Rather. I would rather face all the ages of, I would rather face all the ages of this world alone than share my, no.
I would rather share one lifetime.
I would rather share one lifetime with you than face all the ages of this world alone. Yes. I need another coffee. I feel that way about my children.
Love that answer.
For sure. That changes how I feel about love and life, but I think it's so beautiful that she feels that way about Aragorn.
John, Orlando, your friendship, the friendship between Gimli and Legolas is a fan favorite. Can you talk about how you guys built your chemistry on and off screen? And I guess it started with canoeing. It started with canoeing.
Me go. So I think, like, obviously, as a young actor, I'd seen John, you know, Indiana Jones, all of that. It was sort of like, so I was a little bit awestruck to begin with. But I think that like, and I was learning a lot. I just was learning so much all the time about all of it, about how to perform, how to, everything really, because I come from drama school training, but I really didn't know what I was doing when it came to, I had a whole set of, I created a world, an inner world and a backstory for the character. Obviously, I'd done all the stuff that you could possibly think of to prepare for the role, because as everyone felt the pressure. But when it came to this relationship, it was like, it was all sort of in the books, wasn't it? It was so beautifully articulated in the way that Tolkien wrote it. And I think John really leaned into being the responsibility of how to kind of create that sort of, that dynamic. And I was just sort of like, we had this one scene up a mountain and I really wanted to like pull my knife on him at one point. And he just like shut me down so hardcore. It was like, well, if you did this, I would do this. And I remembered like, it was kind of one of my first lessons in like, you know, the back and forth of how you deal with this dynamic, and which was really important. And but I think, I mean, John, what do you think? You had the
You turned up. You were a young lad straight from drama school.
with dreams,
With that wonderful
ideas.
assurance that young actors have, and that wonderful certainty, and it was a very strange dynamic because, of course, the elf is a lot older than the dwarf, but in real life, the dwarf was a lot older than. But it was very interesting to watch. The one thing that you didn't have right at the beginning was that sense of the architecture of the whole piece yet. And that's why if you pulled your knife at that point, it wouldn't work. And
To be fair, we were shooting 3 movies, sometimes a scene from the 3rd movie in the morning and a scene from the 1st movie at the end of the day. I mean, like, he was very strategic about how he shot the movie so that he knew how to get from different locations what he wanted. That's part of his duty.
My sense of the architecture was looking at what clothes I was wearing. Like, it's dirty, it must be in the 3rd movie.
Do you remember there was a time where monitors, like 20 different monitors, and I feel like they were like very old little TVs now. And that big old armchair, and he would be sitting with all of these monitors, and we were all on different sets, and he was conducting this huge orchestra, and it was very tricky to know where we were at any time.
That's right.
The thing about how you spell it, but it's pronounced Whakapapa. and we were staying in this haunted castle place just at the foot of Mount Ruapehu, where we were filming Mount Doom. And we got in the van, as you do every morning, and most of the morning for Sam, it was going to be walking across the Shire and walking across Mount Doom and more walking, and Sam didn't get to talk that much, and I was like, oh, it's a walking day. And we get in, they hand us the script, and there's this speech, which I read and I knew, but I hadn't, I don't know, it was, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, oh my God, these are the greatest words ever written. And I'm with Elijah, and so I start doing it with him in the van, back and forth, and it's so good. I want to do it again, and do it again, and do it again, in the van, and again, and again, and again. And finally, Elijah's like, I think you got it, dude. But it didn't matter. If you're in a play, you get to do, every night for a year or something like that. And we were going to get to do this once. And it was too good to only do once. So then we're getting the makeup thing, and I'm doing it again. And Elijah finally realized, okay, so he just did it. And then the sun was setting, and it's do you remember the Shire, Mr. Frodo? It'll be springtime soon, the birds will be nesting in the hazel thickets, and there'll be something with the pig in the first of the strawberries and cream, or something like that. And then I can't carry it for you, but I can carry you. That scene, doing that scene with Frodo cradled in my arms, it was like it was almost like the volcano, the active volcano where you could smell the sulfur and it would like rumble every now and then. It was like an antenna to the universe. And we were right there riding this moment. And Peter Jackson, who, could be very direct and specific about what he wanted, and you got the sense that, the bosses laid a thing and you got to do it. In this moment, he came around and tears were streaming down his face, and he just went like that. And I'm like, can we do it again? Can we do it again? Can we do it again?
Meet them, swing by their booth, get a picture, get an autograph. They're absolutely amazing. Thank you guys so much for coming out. Thank you.
Dude, that was so cool. Now I'm gonna go back down, just browse around before the autograph with Liv Tyler. I'm about to get in line to see Liv. Just wanted to relax until my photo op. Oh, and I got to meet Joe Pantoliano, who was a really funny guy. I liked him in Sopranos, Baby's Day Out, Daredevil, and The Goonies. Really nice guy to talk to about struggles, about what he's been through. So I'm in line to do a photo op with Carrie Green. Alex Ovechkin just broke the record. Dude, Carrie Green is so beautiful. All right, the biggest one of all is a photo op with the cast of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, including Kevin Eastman. Oh my God. In all my years of watching the Ninja Turtle movies, I never thought that one day I'd get to meet all the cast, including Kevin Eastman. I'll tell you, in all my years of going to conventions, it's been full of surprises for me, and it just feels great. You know, it just feels like a dream, and you just don't want to wake up. But in the end, you realize it's not a dream; it's actually reality. Yeah. So I think I've had enough excitement for one day. In fact, I'm so ready to go home. I'm so ready to, you know, get back to reality, and I'm just ready to sleep. Haven't spent the last few days sleeping. It's because of all the excitement, but now it's all over. I can get all the sleep I want.